Okay, this is chapter 5.1 notes. It is identifying key components of a quadratic formula or quadratic function. The first thing we need to note is that there are two forms of quadratic functions. There's the standard form, which is f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c. And then there is the vertex form, which is f of x equals a times x minus h squared plus k, where the vertex is h comma k. And so we're going to use the vertex form to be able to identify the key components of this particular quadratic. Just doing a quick sketch of what the quadratic would look like. The most important pieces come from the h and k, h being 9 and k being 5. Because it's in the form of x minus h, that makes 9 the vertex, 9 the h, and 5 the k, which means the vertex is 9 comma 5. And that is the point where the lowest point in this particular one, because it is a is positive, that means it's opening up upwards. So our axis of symmetry is x equals the number that where your quadratic actually can fold in half and be the same on both sides. That's the axis of symmetry, and it is always named with x equals k h. So in this case, it's x equals 9, because 9 is what your h is. The function has a minimum value at 5. So the lowest point, the lowest f of x is at 5. It's important to note that the maximum, if there is a maximum, is going to give you a less than or equal to sign in your range, and the minimum is going to give you a greater than or equal to sign in your range. The domain is always going to be all real numbers, because all quadratics have all real numbers of x equals all real numbers. The range is going to be related to the minimum. So if the minimum is at 5, then we are going to be y is greater than or equal to 5, because all the y's are going to start at that 5 and go up. The function will decrease. In other words, when you move from left to right along the x's, the point, what's happening to the y's is they're going down. So that portion of the quadratic is between negative infinity to where they start changing again at 9, where the x values is 9. It starts increasing as you continue left to right, starting at 9 and going to infinity. So that's how you're going to do problems 1 through 4 on the 5.1 assignment. And you need to copy this entire page, this entire form, for your notes in your textbook, in your notebooks.